tomfoolery and Kathmandu show happened to be a relation of mine. I would like to introduce Neal, my illegitimate half-brother, and his acquaintance, Bob. We're going to discuss family matters. Neal, tell us about your family life.
Well, of course, it hasn't been much the same since we moved out of the home. And I was walking on the street one day, and we happened to run across my friend Acquaintance, as you put it, Bob.
Of course, I'm just an acquaintance, you realize.
He's an acquaintance of mine, and I don't have much of a family now, as it per se.
He's illegitimate, you know.
As they say, but he is an acquaintance of mine, and he follows me, and he's like a good friend of mine now, of course.
Do you guys remember the ant manifestations of the 1979 all-family summer picnic?
Oh, yes. Well, that would have gone much better had Uncle Jethro not left the cherry pie unattended as he was charging the coleslaw.
You know, this event would later be known to most historians as Uncle Jethro's Folly.
The proverbial Uncle Jethro's Folly, yeah.
And the whole success of our battle was to take the upper hill, which of course would be the military advantage of any battle, to take the hill, you know. And the ants had, and if it was not for Uncle Jethro's Folly, we still would have that apple and cherry pie with us today. Of course, we don't...
Mom makes great cherry pie.
We don't know where Aunt Myrna is today. We had pictures of her.
Left.
She was missing ever since the ants carried the cherry pie away. So, other than that, it was a successful thing. And, you know, we had the chicken.
In the historical meaning of the sense, successful.
Yes, absolutely.
How about the family vacation of 1981?
I was left behind.
She was just an acquaintance, you know.
Yes.
And he was not family at the time. Now, we had left our emergency package at home too. You know, we had never figured that we would need such a thing, emergency. You know, that's a very pessimistic thing to think that there would ever be such an emergency. But of course there was. The tornado sirens had went off, and we had tried to outrun the tornado, foolishly, of course.
Yes.
But
I remember
we had
that
left
well.
our emergency shovel, and we had no ditches to run into, so all we had to do was a roll around in the open field, of course, yes. Now, if he had been a family,
I would have dug the ditches
he would
there.
have dug the ditches for us. But, you know, we were happy at times back then, and we had no idea that such a bad thing could happen, of course, you see.
Too bad. Do you guys believe that Uncle Alvin was reincarnated into the willow tree in the backyard?
Well, I suppose if you like that kind of thing, but
I never did much believe in it, although we do have some very pretty carvings cut into that tree. And that's...
My initials are on that tree.
And
your initials are on that tree.
I do believe that's where we buried the pigeons and ferrets that we once kept as pets. Red ferns are growing there now, you see, where we had buried them. So, other than that, no, the trees...
It's okay. It was all right.
If you like that kind of thing.
If you like that kind.
Of course.
How about Auntie Myra's bladder control problem?
Oh, dear.
Who's Aunt Myra?
Well,
I'm just an acquaintance.
He was just an acquaintance at the time of the picnic where she disappeared. Of course, after Uncle Jethro's Folly, as we historians refer to it, we try to keep her away from all electrical appliances because, you know, bladder problems with electricity is everybody's problem.
They don't go well.
Not, of course.
It'd go over like the proverbial lead balloon.
Yes, they could.
Yeah.
Of course, we had some filled with helium when they flew right up, but other than that,
that's okay.
Keep her away from the electrical appliances, and everybody is happy.
Well, you guys, thanks for coming on the Taekwondo show. From Thedford, Nebraska, my relative Neal and his acquaintance Bob.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.